Former French Prime Minister François Fillon has been given a 5-year prison sentence for fraud. He was found guilty of misusing public funds and embezzlement for setting up fake jobs for his wife and their children. She received more than $1 million and has been convicted as an accomplice. Let's get more on this from Natasha Butler, joins us from the courthouse in Paris. And Natasha, so first up, on the verdict itself, was this expected?
Well, it was expected in as much as prosecutors had actually requested a 5-year sentence for François Fillon with 3 years suspended for his wife, Penelope, as well. And the court obviously went with that and handed down that verdict to the couple. Now, the couple have left the court. Their lawyers say that this trial was unfair, it was a sham, that François Fillon was the victim of a political smear campaign, and they now have 10 days to appeal, and they've made it very clear that they will do that. Now, the court found François Fillon guilty of fraud because back in 2017, allegations surfaced that François Fillon had paid his wife Penelope for several years, hundreds of thousands of dollars for a job as a parliamentary assistant. However, the court found that there was not a shred of evidence to really support that Penelope actually did any work for Fillon. Now, Fillon has always said that Penelope helped with things like correspondence, emails for his constituency, and helped correct his speeches. But it seems that the judges here at this Paris court were clearly just not convinced.
Yeah, it's a big deal, this, isn't it? The former Prime Minister being found guilty of fraud. Just how significant is this? Any precedent for it?
Well, it's very significant on several levels. Obviously, it's significant for François Fillon, one-time Prime Minister, one of France's best-known politicians, being found guilty of fraud and corruption, even more so because he always projected this image as a very upstanding, law-abiding citizen. So, I mean, it's certainly a real fall from grace for him, and it ended his political career. It has tarnished his image completely. It also tarnished a bit the image of the Conservative Party that have always propped him up. He was a standard bearer for them. He was their great hope for the presidential election in 2017. And then, on the other hand, it's also incredibly significant for people in France, because there is this sense in France that politicians so often abuse their privileges, yet are very, very rarely held accountable. So I think many people are watching this trial to see if somebody like François Fillon with his status would indeed be found guilty.
Yeah, interesting. All right, Natasha, leave it there for the moment. Thanks very much, Natasha Butler reporting.